Hey everyone, welcome back. John Swicky here, and I wanted to show you today. So on my ChatGPT account, I got the code interpreter plugin and model, and I just wanted to showcase some examples. I was pretty excited about this. So, alright, so if you go to my drop down here, and they say the code interpreter model, it's an alpha, so let's prepare for this to break. It's an experimental model that can solve tasks by generating Python code and executing it in a Jupyter notebook. And you can upload any kind of file and ask the model to analyze it or produce a new file which you can download. So that seems like that could be pretty powerful. So I think we should just try to get right into it and upload some files. Okay, so I made a little folder here for some stuff we can test. So I uploaded a zip file, which is pretty cool that they realized that, and they're going to unzip it for us. So we can actually see the code executing in real time here. And we're also able to copy the code if we want to run this in our own program. So it's a zip file of a bunch of CSVs from Google Search Console for my domain. So I thought we can kind of see what we can do here. So it realizes that there's 7 CSVs, and now it is loading the pandas library to kind of get in there and see what's going on. So lots happening right now. This is pretty cool. And so it's actually going through each of the CSVs and giving me a little summary. So also all I did too, I just uploaded a file. I actually didn't ask it to really do anything, did I? Let's see. No, I just uploaded a file. So pretty impressive right away here. So let's get a description of my 7 files. So we won't go through all of them, but again, it's just Search Console data, so it's going to be about keywords and pages and dates and devices. So queries, this data set contains the top queries that lead users to the website. It includes a number of clicks, impressions, click-through rates, and average position in the search results for each day. Okay, so I don't get a lot of traffic on my site, so I have a 16th-month data set that I pulled. So let's start asking some questions. What is the best ranking page in this time frame? It's interesting. I'm struggling there to ask it a question here, but let's see if it can tell me what the best ranking page was in this time frame. Okay. So I have a page that ranks number 1 in a search result page with no clicks. So that doesn't. So, and it says, however, please note that if it has 0 clicks and only 1 impression, it might have been viewed by many users. Okay. So let's see. What page has the most impressions? Now again, this is definitely stuff you could do in a well-formatted spreadsheet, but I think being able to just kind of, ask it some questions is pretty interesting. Okay, so let's see if we can get, a little bit crazy here. What is the most... Okay, what is a page on a mobile device that I should focus in on to help get more traffic? All right, let's really kind of get in there. Okay, tell me how to actually do that. And it's actually telling me that the devices.csv file doesn't really kind of do that. See? Okay, good to know. And it's telling me that in Google Search Console I can create a customer report, and if it can provide me this data, it'd happily help me. Okay. Wow. This is pretty cool. All right, let's try to see if we can do, I think I read somewhere I could do some visualizations. Can you do some simple visualizations on the data set? All right, let's see. I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen here, but let's see if we can see what's it doing here. All right, it's working hard. So, it's making bar plots inside of this Python library. Cool. Okay, so it's doing it for each one. Still working. Don't forget, this is an alpha release. Let's see, but show the plots. Maybe I tried to do too much across all files, but let's try to be a little more narrow. You do some simple. Oh. My browser is feeling this right now. Sorry everyone. All right. Let's see if let's make it a little smaller. So we're only going to do one file. And there's no real way to stop this execution, huh? Hey, if it renders, it renders. I'm not mad about it. Okay, so it does. Well, disappointing, but it is an alpha release. In the meantime, actually, let's do a new chat. Let's see if we can. Let's not touch those. But let's see if we can do something else while that's happening. Okay, so I have one other file we should go through today, and I had this old recording, and it was like a dot 4 M4A. So let's see if we can get some action here. Can you convert this to .mp3? All right, that should be simple enough. Let's see what's going on behind the scenes. It's taking the .4MA and it's exporting it to a MP3, and it's now providing me a download link. Okay, cool. Let's try to do some editing to the file. Can you? Can you do some edits to the file? Can you cut? Can you cut off the first 5 seconds and last 10 seconds? And then break the file into 2 parts. Okay, so a little bit more of a intense prompt, but let's see. Again, it's not a very long file, so it shouldn't be too crazy. Wow, that was quick. It's gonna give me the download links inside of the wow. And if you hover over here, I can see part 1, part 2, .mp3. Pretty cool. All right, before we wrap up, let's go back to our page, if we can. Well, it's still working. So, well, that was kind of a little quick take on the code interpreter plugin. As you can see, you can do some pretty cool stuff pretty quickly. I'm still playing around with it, so if there's anything interesting that pops up, I'll do another video and we'll walk through it. But really interesting stuff to have all that power really easily accessible, and you know it's only going to get better over time. So, well, thank you everyone for walking through that with us, and we appreciate it. Thank you.